Today, we're rewinding to a time when pop music felt like pure sunshine. Songs didn't overthink things. They just showed up, smiled, and stayed with you. The 1960s had this innocent glow, where melodies poured out of radios, bounced off kitchen walls, and followed you through mall corridors without asking permission. You see, these weren't songs you analyzed. They were songs you felt. Within seconds, they could lift your mood, trigger a memory, or make your foot tap without warning. So let's roll the clock back and count down 15 catchy songs from the 60s that still make you smile.
Why do you build me up, buttercup, baby?
Number 15. Build Me Up Buttercup by The Foundations.
Build me up, buttercup, don't break my heart.
Released in 1968, this song arrived like a burst of color at the end of the decade.
I take you told me time and again, but you're late.
While rock music was getting heavier and more experimental, The Foundations kept things bright, bold, and wonderfully simple. That opening beat still feels like someone flipping on a light switch in a quiet room. The band made history as one of the first multiracial groups to break through in the UK, blending American soul with British pop polish.
I love you still, I need you, more than anyone, darling.
The song climbed high on charts across the world and never really left public life. Weddings, commercials, sitcoms, it's always waiting. But then, here's the twist.
Do you build me up, buttercup, baby, just to let me down?
The lyrics are about emotional frustration, yet nobody minds. The melody wins every time. And honestly, that's the secret. Sometimes heartbreak wrapped in harmony is exactly what joy sounds like.
You are my candy girl.
Number 14. Sugar Sugar by the Archies.
Oh, sugar, sugar.
In 1969, one of the catchiest songs on the planet came from a band that didn't actually exist.
Girl, and you got me wanting you.
The Archies were cartoon characters, yet Sugar Sugar became the best-selling single of the year. That alone feels like the 60s showing off. Behind the sweetness was careful studio craftsmanship.
Girl, and you got me wanting you.
Smooth bass lines, gentle percussion, and vocals as light as a Saturday morning commercial break. The song even outsold the Beatles that year, which still sounds unreal. What didn't age perfectly?
Oh, sugar, sugar on me, honey.
The idea of a fake band dominating real artists feels strange today. But the feeling never changed. When this song plays, resistance fades. It doesn't demand credibility. It just smiles. And somehow, you smile right back without even noticing.
What love is only true in fairy tale.
Number 13. I'm a Believer by the Monkees.
Oh, then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer.
Written by Neil Diamond and released in 1966, I'm a Believer exploded straight into pop culture.
I thought love was more or less a given thing.
The Monkees began as a television experiment, but this song turned them into a genuine chart force almost overnight. It became the best-selling single of 1967. Everything about it feels optimistic.
I'm a believer, I couldn't leave her if I tried.
The bounce of the rhythm, the warmth of the vocals, and the sense that love suddenly fixed everything. You heard it on car radios, dance floors, and drifting through open windows on summer nights. Here's the thing.
I'm a believer, I couldn't leave her if I tried.
Critics questioned their authenticity for years, but this song outlived every argument. Decades later, it still sparks joy instantly. That's the real power of a catchy song. It doesn't explain itself. It just believes. And somehow, so do you.
I'm so dizzy, my head is spinning.
Number 12, Dizzy by Tommy Roe.
I'm so dizzy, my head is spinning.
By 1969, bubblegum pop was supposedly fading. But Tommy Roe clearly didn't get the memo.
I'm so dizzy, my head is spinning.
Dizzy spins in fast and colorful, sounding exactly like falling headfirst into a teenage crush. From the swirling horns to the playful beat, it's joy in motion. Roe had already tasted success, but this song pushed him into rare territory.
I got to talk to you, and I told you just exactly how I felt.
It hit number 1 in both the United States and the United Kingdom at the same time. That kind of crossover magic didn't happen often. But then, after this moment, his chart run cooled quickly.
See, I can't see, I need to call a doctor for some help.
And honestly, that's okay. Dizzy works like a snapshot. It captures the cheerful innocence of the late 60s perfectly. Every listen still feels like stepping onto a spinning carnival ride you never want to stop.
Just a walking down the street singing. Wah Diddy Diddy.
Number 11, Wah Diddy Diddy by Manfred Mann.
My door. We walked onto my door, then we kissed a little more.
Released in 1964, this song proved that lyrics don't need meaning to create happiness.
And before I knew it, she was walking next to me singing.
Wah Diddy Diddy makes absolutely no sense, and that's exactly why it works. From the first drum hit, it feels like a spontaneous street celebration. Manfred Mann blended British beat with rhythm and blues, sending the song straight to number 1 in both the US and the UK.
Told her all the things I've been dreaming of. Now we're together.
It became unavoidable. Radios, TV shows, fairs, and living rooms all echoed the same joyful nonsense. Here's the thing. Songs like this don't age because they never tried to be serious. The optimism is the entire point.
I didn't, so I told her all the things I've been dreaming of. Now
You hear it and picture clapping hands, smiling faces, and maybe an old black and white television glowing nearby. Happiness doesn't always need translation. Sometimes it just needs a beat. Number 10, Love Grows Where My Rosemary Goes by Edison Lighthouse. Released in 1970, this song arrived just after the 60s officially ended, but its spirit never left the decade. Love Grows feels like the final warm afternoon of a long summer, drifting in before the seasons change. The band itself was almost accidental. Studio musicians, a soft spoken vocal, and a melody that seemed to float effortlessly onto the radio. It climbed to number 1 in the UK and spread quickly across the world. Sparkling guitars and gentle rhythms gave it an easy charm that felt instantly familiar. But then, almost as quickly, Edison Lighthouse faded away. And honestly, that makes the song even sweeter. It feels brief and perfect, like a first crush or a moment you didn't realize mattered until it was gone. Every listen still smells like spring air and spinning vinyl.
Call you up, invest a dime, and you say you belong to me.
Number 9, Happy Together by the Turtles.
I can't see me loving nobody but you.
Released in 1967, this song sounds exactly like its title promises.
And you for me, so happy together.
Happy Together is pure pop confidence, wrapped in optimism and delivered with a grin you can hear. From the opening notes, it feels like sunshine breaking through the clouds. Funny enough, the song had been rejected by more than a dozen artists before the Turtles recorded it. Once they did, everything clicked.
Baby, the skies will be blue for all my life.
It shot straight to #1 and became the defining moment of their career. The layered vocals and swelling arrangement still sound timeless. Here's the thing. The happiness is almost exaggerated, and that's why it works.
Dice, it had to be. The only one for me is you. And
You hear it and picture young love, open roads, and radios turned up just a little louder. It didn't chase trends, it trusted joy. Decades later, that smile still shows up right on cue.
Everybody's doing a brand new dance now.
Number 8. The Loco-Motion by Little Eva.
I know you get to like it if you give it a chance now.
Released in 1962, The Loco-Motion captured early 60s pop joy perfectly.
Come on, baby, jump up, jump back.
Written by Carole King and Jerry Goffin for their babysitter, Eva Boyd had never recorded professionally before stepping into the studio. That innocence became the song's secret weapon. The rhythm was irresistible, the chorus unforgettable, and the dance easy enough for anyone to follow.
Control, a little bit of rhythm and a lot of soul.
It climbed to #1 and turned into a full-blown cultural moment. People didn't just listen, they moved. Later versions came and went, but the original still holds something special.
It even makes you happy when you're feeling blue. So come on.
Little Eva's career was brief, but this song lived on. It reminds you of sock hops, gym floors, and the simple thrill of dancing because the beat told you to. Pure joy, no instructions required. Number 7. California Dreamin' by the Mamas and the Papas. Released in 1965, this song feels like emotional comfort disguised as a pop hit. On paper, it's about longing and cold days, but the sound? Warm, familiar, and endlessly inviting. Those harmonies wrap around you like a favorite jacket pulled from the closet. It climbed into the top 5 and became a permanent part of pop culture. Movies, radio, commercials, it never really left. The contrast is what makes it special. Reflective lyrics floating on a melody that feels gentle and reassuring. But then, here's the magic. It doesn't make you sad. It makes you reflective in the best way. Like staring out a car window on a long drive. It aged beautifully because it understood balance. Sunshine and shadow living together in perfect harmony.
Here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than
Number 6. Mrs. Robinson by Simon and Garfunkel.
to know a little bit about you for our lives.
By 1968, pop music was growing more thoughtful, and Mrs. Robinson landed at exactly the right moment.
Mrs. Robinson, heaven holds a place for those who pray.
The acoustic bounce, playful rhythm, and unforgettable chorus pushed it straight to #1. It felt friendly, curious, and quietly confident. The song gained massive attention from The Graduate, but it never depended on the film to survive.
Mrs. Robinson, Jesus loves you more than you will know.
It stood on its own, filling radios with warmth and mystery. There's something inviting about the melody, even when the lyrics hint at deeper questions. And honestly, that's why it aged so well.
Laugh about it, shout
You can hum it casually or listen closely and hear something new. It never shouts. It gently taps your shoulder and smiles. Like an old friend you haven't seen in years, but somehow recognize instantly. Number 5. Good Vibrations by the Beach Boys. Released in 1966, this song sounded like the future while still feeling warm and familiar. Good Vibrations wasn't just a hit, it was an event. Brian Wilson stitched it together from multiple recording sessions, yet somehow made it feel effortless and light. It shot to number 1 on both sides of the Atlantic and instantly stood apart. The harmonies floated, the rhythm bounced, and those unusual sounds felt magical instead of strange. It was happiness with layers, but never heavy. Here's the thing. For all its studio ambition, the song never loses its smile. You don't think about how it was made, you just feel it. Even now, it kicks in within seconds and lifts the room. That's rare. It proves innovation doesn't have to sacrifice joy. Sometimes, progress still hums along to a perfect pop beat.
I think you'll understand when
Number 4. I Want to Hold Your Hand by the Beatles.
please say to me.
Released in 1963, this song didn't just climb the charts, it kicked the door open. I Want to Hold Your Hand introduced America to Beatlemania, and suddenly pop music felt louder, brighter, and impossible to ignore. The opening chord alone felt electric. Hand claps, harmonies, urgency, it all sounded like excitement wrapped in vinyl. The song held the number 1 spot for weeks and changed the direction of pop forever. But what aged best is its innocence. No irony, no edge, just young love and fearless joy.
When I touch you, I feel happy inside.
You hear it today and feel that same spark. Like turning the radio up for the first time and realizing music could actually change how the world felt. Simple, sincere, and endlessly uplifting.
Hey girl, what you doing down there?
Number 3. Knock 3 Times by Tony Orlando and Dawn.
One floor below me, you don't even know me, I love.
As the 60s faded into the early 70s, pop music searched for simplicity again.
Whoa, twice on the pie. Me.
Knock 3 Times answered that call perfectly. The concept was almost charmingly basic. One knock pattern for yes, another for no. Romance reduced to rhythm. Released in 1970, the song raced to number 1 and stayed there. Its upbeat tempo, cheerful vocals, and playful percussion made it impossible to ignore. People actually knocked on tables when it played, turning it into a shared experience. And honestly, that's the charm.
Means you ain't gonna show.
It's slightly corny, proudly earnest, and completely unpretentious. It didn't try to be clever, it tried to be fun, and it succeeded. Sometimes pop music works best when it simply invites you in and lets you join the moment. Number 2. It's My Party by Leslie Gore. In 1963, 16-year-old Leslie Gore delivered one of pop music's most unforgettable emotional moments.
Well, now nobody knows where my Johnny has gone, but Judy left the...
It's My Party told a simple story. A birthday, a betrayal, and tears that felt completely justified. Produced by Quincy Jones, it sounded polished and powerful right out of the gate. The contrast made it irresistible. A cheerful melody carrying heartbreak like it was no big deal.
Was he holding her hand when he's supposed to be mine?
The song shot straight to number 1 and turned Leslie into a teenage icon overnight. Here's why it still works. We've all had moments where the world cracked quietly while everyone else kept smiling.
It's my party and I'll cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry.
This song understood that feeling early. It lets you be dramatic, vulnerable, and strong all at once. You cry, you dance, and somehow you keep going. That honesty never ages.
I need to find someone to call mine, but mama's...
Number 1, You Can't Hurry Love by the Supremes.
I'll be haunted, must I stay before I find...
Released in 1966, this song felt like wisdom wrapped in a smile. You Can't Hurry Love proved that catchy pop could still carry heart and honesty.
You can take how long must I wait, how much more can I take?
From the opening drum beat, it sounds warm, confident, and instantly familiar, like advice from someone who's been there before. The Supremes were already dominating the charts, but this track became one of their defining moments. It hit number 1 and stayed there, powered by Motown's signature rhythm and Diana Ross's effortless charm. The melody moves fast, but the message slows you down in the best way. Here's the magic. It never sounds preachy. It sounds reassuring. Like a song telling you everything will work out, just not on your schedule. Decades later, it still feels comforting, upbeat, and timeless. That balance is rare, and that's why it earns the top spot. So there you have it, 15 songs from the 1960s that still know how to smile back at you. These tracks didn't rely on trends or tricks. They leaned on melody, feeling, and that rare kind of magic you can't manufacture anymore. Maybe they remind you of car rides, old commercials, or a record spinning while life quietly happened around you. Or maybe they just make today feel lighter for a few minutes. Either way, that's the power of great pop music. If this rewind brought back a memory, hit the like button and subscribe for more nostalgic countdowns and deep dives. And let me know in the comments which 60s song still makes you smile every single time.
When you're on the street, you got to be able to pick out the easy meat.